Before every haircut, there's a story. Some people see it as just a haircut, and some people see me as just a regular barber. But me, I work as if I'm on assignment from God. So with that being said, man, let's welcome back to the channel, y'all boy. Hey, today gonna be an easy, simple tutorial, man. Just follow along and listen. Let's start. So as y'all see, I started off with the flex foam. So the flex foam was gonna clean the skin and dry it out at the same time. If you really want that crispy white ash line after you line somebody up, this is gonna be the product that you want. But it's best if you pair it with a hot towel. If you pair it with a hot towel, I'm telling you, it's gonna be stupid. And then once you finish up with the hot towel, you're gonna grab your hold and spray. My choice is Tresemme, but you can use whatever you want. And don't be afraid to apply the hold and spray. I mean, be generous. And after you apply that hold and spray, let it air dry, and now it's time to get unchy with the. And as you can see, I'm just tapping real lightly, making sure everything looks copacetic and seeing it all through and through. Yeah, bro, y'all can already see that ash line coming out too crispy. And one thing I want to say for real though is like, don't be afraid to double back on that line. A lot of us barbers are perfectionists, so you want to get it right the first time. But to be honest, you're not gonna always get that straight, crispy, perfect line the first punch in. You gonna have to double back on it. So take your time on the lineup, bruh. Yeah, bro, as I can see, man, I'm taking my time on this one, bro. I'm trying to make it super OC. As I can see, man, I started off by lining up the sidebars and the C-cups, just so it can give me a reference to where my hairline should be at. And then what I did was, this is just what I like to do, I start off in the middle, then work to the right. Or really, I start off in the middle, then work to the weakest side, so then I can match the strong side up with the weak side. But to be honest, Mickey didn't have a weak side. So what we did was, I just worked from the middle to the right, then I'm gonna go back to the middle to the left. And as you can see, man, I'm really taking my time because it don't matter if it's a lineup, a full cut, a fade, a taper, it don't matter. We pushing people for the Lord, I ain't gonna lie. Like, this business is not just for us. We're uplifting people, we're glorifying God throughout our business. We're actually serving people every day as a barber. And in Galatians 5:13 it says, serve one another humbly in love. And that's just one of the verses in the Bible that talks about serving. But when I hear about serving in the Bible, my first thought is, how can I be the best servant of men and the best servant to the Lord? And when I sit back and think about it, the best way to serve and to uplift the Lord is through the craft and the gift that He gave me. I ain't gonna lie, bro, I'm getting turned because God is so good that I have to get back in everything I do. Like that's why every time I come in the shop and every time I pick up the clippers, this is not just for money. This is for uplifting the Lord and glorifying the Lord and serving others. I'm trying to be the best servant that you ever had. Like, when you sit in my chair, I'm the best one to serve you. Like, I'm the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I wanted to feel, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this line is coming out too icy, bro. Y'all see it coming together. But like I just said, man, I'm just seeing it through and through and taking my time. One thing is too, take a step back and really analyze the lineup once you're done. I saw this right side was a little bit off, so I came back and touched it up. Simple like that. Do as to others as you would want done to yourself. That lineup's stupid crispy, bro, I ain't gonna lie. One thing I want to stress as well is the consultation process. You have to ask questions. So without me asking questions, I want them to know that my client likes his beard and mustache job natural. Now we gonna line him up, but we gonna keep it as high as possible while keeping it as crispy as possible. So what I did was I knocked the mustache down with a one close, and now I'm using my cocos and lining him up. For a lot of people, above this lip is very sensitive. So be careful lining this up and be light. And really ask questions, like I said, consultation. Ask him, hey bro, do this hurt? Is this sharp? He'll let you know. Now, like I said, it's about the experience. Something as small as leaning your client back while razoring them, that's an extra added service / experience that somebody else is not doing. And people realize that. The ones that care about getting their haircut, they realize like, oh, Jasper, he leaned me back when he razored me. You know what I'm saying? And it's something small, but it matters. I'm telling you, as a client, it matters. Now, because his hair is so wiry, I go over that lineup a couple times. Real barbers know that first lineup is not gonna be the crispiest lineup. You gotta go over it at least one more time. Now I come in with my trimmers and knock off all the straggling hairs overhanging that lineup. Now we're gonna flop sides and do the same thing, repeat the same exact process. Be light with the razor, pull the skin the opposite way that you're coming down on, and you'll have a crispy dumb line. And I guarantee you I'll do it twice. Watch these. And I don't know if you peeping seeing on what I'm doing, but I'm wiping the ash line so I can see where the actual line should be at. Because the razor obviously gonna create an ash. So once you wipe it off, that's when you come back and go over the same thing to make sure that line is crispy. And it's all about that experience. How are you gonna stand out from the next barber? How are you making your client feel? You see my boy laughing, I'm laughing, we having a good time. It's a good vibe in the shop. Make sure that everything is flowing how it needs to be flowing for your client to keep coming back. Some people care about their environment, so make sure you're doing your best to keep your client comfortable, and I guarantee you they will come back. So the razor holder that I'm using is a gravity razor, and it's off of Amazon Heme. Just type in gravity razor and it is exposed a little bit. And then the razor blades that I'm using, it's the black box of the Derbies. I think it's the Derby Premiums, and it ain't nothing too special, bro. We just getting it done. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, this lineup is so crazy, bro. Just the way that a lineup can change the whole look of a person, bro. And this is why I'm in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the game to change lives and to change appearances. And really, I'm in the game to shape lives. That's what we're in it for. So you as a barber, you are a community leader. You have to understand that we are community leaders. You don't know what kid you're cutting or what kid wants to be a barber and he's looking up to you. You don't know who you are inspiring. So that's why you have to be able to be in the shop and watch your words. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. There's a lot of gossip going on in the shop. We talking about everything. You know what I'm saying? But be the one to stand out. You know what I'm saying? Be the one to not talk about that. And yeah, it's hard. I fall into the trap sometimes too. Boys, you talking about yams, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna entertain the yams. But once I catch myself, I snap out of it. And to be honest, that's what life's about. How are you going to respond to adversity? Because adversity hits everybody. But what matters is the response. That's the only thing that we can control. So make sure that you are controlling the only thing that you can control, which is the response. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not sponsored by Coco. I'm trying to get sponsored by y'all boys. But no matter what, I'ma still shout them boys out. Y'all see how this is pulling, bruh. I'm barely tapping and it's creating a stupid crispy line, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was talking to somebody the other day. They was like, nah, I can't use the Cocos because they too sharp. No, brother, your hand is heavy. You need to ease up a little bit. I never got these Cocos and they're just smacking off jump. So with the round in the back, I start off with the bottom. I make a straight line, then I connect the curves. One thing I will say, just like the top of the mustache, the back of the neck is very sensitive as well. So you have to be careful with this and have a light hand.
Looking sharp. You know, the day you plant the seed is not the day you harvest the fruit, but today it is. Good work. Appreciate you.
Man, thank y'all boys for tuning in, man. This is the final cut. Let me know if y'all learned anything in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and you know how I say it, man. That's that.